Hi, my name is Marc Boyce. I'm with the CSNP Cyber Safety Committee. Today I'm going to be talking about online gaming, security, and privacy. What comes to mind when you think of video games? Is it one of these examples, or is it something different? Video gaming isn't something that is commonly associated with cybersecurity concerns, but it has moved far beyond its origins in arcades, home consoles, and PCs, and it's now on a multitude of mobile devices and social networking sites, including dedicated gambling, fantasy sports, and gaming sites. According to the Entertainment Software Association, 164 million adults in the US play some form of video game, and the industry sees sales of over $43 billion. That makes video games the most profitable entertainment media. However, since there is so much money going into the industry, criminals look to target and take advantage of players. Criminals see games as places to make money illegally and move money virtually. How do criminals do this? In many circumstances, other gamers are anonymous and only identified by username to one another. Criminals may leverage their ability to communicate with other players in-game to obtain personal information, commit scams, or pretend to be someone they are not to gain trust. If they gain a player's personal information, they can invade that person's privacy or attempt to use that information to gain access to user accounts. Many people use personal information as a password or account recovery secret. Have you seen questionnaires before about common aspects of life, like what high school you attended or what its mascot was? These are common account recovery questions that criminals want to harvest and use to take over accounts. If they get enough of them, they might be able to take over yours. Some criminals may just want your identity information to impersonate you next. Wouldn't it be scary to see someone online who's just pretending to be you? Other criminals have a different motive. They will try to steal accounts and resell their contents, resell their user information, or use it for their own criminal purposes, or in some cases, even sell the accounts themselves. Accounts with rare items, exclusive content access, or large amounts of in-game currency are prime targets. These are the easiest to sell for real money, and many purchasers of this kind of stolen merchandise are none the wiser. Many game communities have cheats or mods available for them. Criminals may offer their own version of these to players but neglect to mention that their versions have malware that infects the recipient's device. It can be difficult to know which cheats or mods are real and which are fake or come with other hidden features. Criminals may also try to get users to visit websites or send malicious links in chat or email to try to entice users to give up personal information or infect their devices. This is essentially phishing with a gaming theme. These links may lead to convincing sites or login pages, but they are likely controlled by the criminals and will likely steal your information. Game forums are also at risk for the same type of shady behavior and potential weak security measures. Gamers don't control the security of the forums, which may have weak protections to attack, particularly by determined criminals. However, players lose too if forums are compromised. At their core, all video games and the sites and platforms they run on are software, and software can have security vulnerabilities. And for online games, these may be exploited to steal accounts. These vulnerabilities may allow criminals to take over accounts or the devices running the games. In 2019, security company Check Point Research discovered multiple vulnerabilities in Epic Games' online platform that could have allowed a threat actor to take over the account of any game player, view their personal account information, purchase V-Bucks, which is Fortnite's virtual in-game currency, and eavesdrop on and record players' in-game chatter and even their background home conversations. This kind of extreme event hasn't happened with every game, but there have been other examples in the past of games with few security features, weak password protections, insecure network communication, such as no encryption, and other issues. Gamers also need to be aware of where they get their games from. Mods, games, and other downloaded materials may include viruses. In some cases, entire mobile games were actually malware. Even for companies as big as Google, Apple, and Valve, it can be difficult to police app stores and determine which games are fake. Alternatively, scammers may create knockoff games with misleading or fake ads which defraud players thinking they bought real games. As discussed before, criminals can do the same thing with more malicious intent. What can people do? For starters, people can be careful of where they buy games from. Official retailers and application stores are less likely to have malicious or fake content. Be wary of torrenting or obtaining cracked or emulated versions of popular games. Beware of any download that asks you to first disable security software. Don't use personal information as a username or give people sensitive information about you in-game. Make strong passwords for gaming-related accounts and use two-factor authentication where possible. Make unique passwords and don't reuse these passwords across platforms. If one is breached and the password stolen, criminals are quick to try the stolen passwords elsewhere. Password managers can help make this process easier. Don't trust people or buy from anyone who offers extremely discounted prices for in-game items, but asks for real money or convertible in-game currency in return. Don't trust people who ask you to visit a URL or download software from them. And don't trust unsolicited links sent to your email, chat app, or text message. If a link sends you to a new login page, it is probably fake. That concludes our presentation. If you are interested, the Stop, Think, Connect site and a vast security blog have additional information. Thanks for listening.